Module 5, Centralised versus Decentralised Systems. So now we understand how assets can be designed, the next question becomes who is in control? Because how a system is structured often matters just as much as what it contains. What centralised means. A centralised system is one where a single entity or a small group of entities controls the rules, the infrastructure, the decision making. Most systems in modern life are centralised. For example, banks, payment processors, governments, large technology platforms. If you use online banking, there is one official database. If you use a social media platform, there is one company running it. That's centralisation. The airport analogy. Think of as an airport control tower. One tower coordinates takeoff and landing. Pilots don't vote on runway assignments. There's a clear authority directing traffic. That central control creates efficiency, order, speed. That's how most of our financial and digital systems operate today. Why centralisation exists? So centralisation exists for good reasons. It provides efficiency, fast decision making, clear accountability, consumer protection, defined leadership. If something goes wrong, there's a help desk, a regulator, a responsible party. You can call someone. You can escalate a complaint. You can reverse an error. This structure works well for everyday life. It simplifies complexity for users. Trade-offs of centralisation. But centralisation also creates trade-offs. When power is concentrated, risk is concentrated. Centralised systems create a single point of failure, censorship risk, dependency on trust, and limited transparency. If the central authority changes rules, freezes accounts, experiences a breach, or makes a mistake, every user is affected immediately. Think of it as one large server. If that server goes offline, everything connected to it goes offline too. Centralisation prioritises control and coordination, but it requires trust in that controller. What decentralised means? A decentralised system works differently. Instead of one control tower, imagine many towers coordinating together. In decentralised systems, power is distributed. Rules are enforced by software. Verification is shared. There is no single master switch. No one party can unilaterally change the ledger. No single entity owns the system outright. Control is spread across participants. The neighbourhood watch analogy. Think of it like a neighbourhood watch. Instead of one security guard watching the entire area, many residents keep an eye on things collectively. No single person controls everything, but everyone contributes to maintaining order. That shared participation increases resilience. If one participant leaves, the system continues. Why decentralisation exists? Decentralisation exists to reduce reliance on a single trusted party, increase system resilience, prevent unilateral control, enable participation without gatekeepers. In many decentralised systems, no one needs approval to verify transactions, participate within the rules, exit the system. It's rule-based rather than permission-based. That's the structural difference. Trade-offs of decentralisation. But decentralisation is not automatically better. It has real downsides. Decentralised systems can mean slower decision-making, less flexibility in emergencies, no customer support hotline, higher individual responsibility. If you make an error in a decentralised system, there may be no reversal. No human override, no manager to call. Freedom increases, but so does responsibility. It's like driving your own car versus using a taxi. Driving gives you control, but you're also responsible for navigation, fuel, and safety. The hybrid reality. And here's the most important part. The real world is hybrid. Very few systems are purely centralised or purely decentralised. Most useful systems combine both. For example, a decentralised protocol may sit underneath a centralised user interface. A blockchain network may be decentralised in verification, but regulated at the business layer. Centralisation often improves usability. Decentralisation often improves resilience. The most effective designs use both. Blockchain's role. So blockchain enables decentralised verification, shared records, and reduced reliance on intermediaries. But many blockchain-based services still operate through companies, follow regulations, add centralised layers for safety and convenience. Again, this is a toolkit, not an ideology. Technology provides options, design determines outcomes. Power and responsibility. The real shift decentralisation introduces is this: with more control comes more responsibility. You may gain direct ownership, greater autonomy, reduced reliance on third parties, but you lose safety nets, reversibility, institutional support. It's not for everyone, and it doesn't need to be. Different people value different trade-offs. Understanding the structure helps you make informed decisions. Transition to custody. And that naturally leads to a very practical question. If control changes, who actually holds your assets? Who has the keys? And what does that mean in real terms? In the next module, we'll explore custodial versus non-custodial systems and why that distinction matters more than most people realise.